If you are using Typeform right now, there is a high chance you are overpaying and not even using half of what it offers. And the worst part, you probably still need 2-3 other tools just to make it actually useful in your business. So you end up paying for a simple form builder that somehow turns into a full tech stack. In this video, I break down Typeform in 2026, what it does well, where it falls short, and a smarter alternative that replaces multiple tools at once. So let's get started. Okay, so Typeform is one of the most popular form builders on the market right now, that's for sure. It became famous for making forms feel less like forms. Instead of dumping 20 questions at one page, it shows you one question at a time, which feels more natural. But tools evolve, markets evolve, and what worked a few years ago might not be the most efficient setup today. Let's start with what Typeform does well. First, the interface. Everything is clean, minimal, and very easy to use even if you are not technical. Second, conversational forms. This is their main selling point. Instead of overwhelming users, you guide them step by step. For example, if you are collecting leads, this can increase completion rates compared to traditional forms. Third, flexibility. You can build lead generation form, survey forms, quizzes, onboarding flows, so it's not limited to one use case. Fourth, integrations. You can connect it with CRMs, email tools, Slack, Zapier, and more. But there is the thing. All of this sounds great until you look at how it fits into your actual workflow. Let's take a simple example. You create a lead form in Typeform. Someone fills it out. Now what? You send the data to a CRM, then maybe trigger an automation in another tool, then send emails from a different platform. So one simple action becomes a chain of 3 to 4 tools working together. And if one breaks, the whole flow breaks. That's where friction starts. Now let's talk about pricing. Typeform has a free plan, but it's extremely limited. Paid plans increase based on features and numbers of responses. And this is the key issue. You pay per response. So the more successful your form is, the more expensive it becomes, which is kind of ironic. You build something that works and get rewarded with a higher bill. Here's what most people don't realize at the beginning. Typeform is not a system, it's a tool. It doesn't replace your CRM, it doesn't replace your automation, it doesn't replace your workflows. So because of this, you still need a place to manage leads, logic for what happens after, submission, follow-ups, tracking, which means more tools, more cost, more complexity. And most businesses don't actually need more tools. They need fewer, but better connected. This is where alternatives start to make more sense. Instead of stacking tools, you can use something like Collio. With Collio, forms are just one part of a bigger system. You can build a form, but also decide what happens after. For example, someone fills a form, they get tagged automatically, a workflow starts, follow-up messages are triggered, everything is tracked in one place. No extra tools, no complicated integrations. So instead of managing tools, you manage outcomes. Typeform is still a great tool for simple use cases, but if you are building a real system around your business, it's actually not enough on its own. And that's where most people start looking for something more complete.